Hi guys, Trevor Daw here with Daw Properties again. Today I just wanted to talk to you about the weather here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I've been here a little bit over a month now, and I've definitely experienced some interesting weather that I'm not used to from being out in Los Angeles, California, which is where I moved from. So the first thing I'd like to mention is there's a lot of rain. I mean, I know right now it is beginning of May, so the rain, April showers, all that, tons of rain. But it's not like a little rain. It's like these huge downpours, complete thunderstorms, lots of lightning, really loud thunder. It looks pretty nasty outside when it happens. And these downpours, I mean, flash floods are definitely a thing out here. You got to be ready. Make sure you know if you're going to be out and about in an instance like that. You got to sort of know where you're going so you know those roads. Make sure you're not going to have any issues there with the flash floods. Also, people seem to be decent at driving in rain here, but there are a lot of crashes. It appears every single major highway seems to have a crash or something when it rains really heavy or storms like that. So that's another thing to watch out for. Another thing I've realized, because while I've been here, there's been one, and also when I was gone for a bit, my wife experienced one, is tornado warnings or tornado sightings. It was actually a couple days ago. There was a tornado that touched down, and we were in the warning zone, so it could have potentially come near our apartment. That was very interesting, quite scary, I guess, because we're definitely not used to that in Los Angeles. Out there, obviously, there's like fires and earthquakes and, droughts, things like that. But the tornado is definitely probably the scariest thing here. The big thunderstorms, or they sort of feel, I think sometimes they also get hurricanes here. The thunderstorms sort of feel like that sometimes with how much wind. But ultimately, the tornado seems to be the scariest thing. And I mean, earlier when we were driving around and sort of getting to know the area, we drove through this one location that seemed really odd. It was like a lot of boarded up houses, some wrecked ground. It was really bizarre, and that's what we figured out, is it's the tornadoes. It's like anywhere where they actually touch, they seem to really destroy a lot. They can damage homes pretty severely if they're stick built, or framed with wood rather than concrete. So yeah, those are the things we've noticed. I haven't seen it myself, but one of my coworkers I was talking to said that there was softball-sized hail where he lived. That was when I first moved here. That's very interesting here as well. So they get hail here a lot. I've seen on the weather when I was looking at the tornado, there's also hail in some other places. So hail, sometimes large hail, that can be damaging. And then, of course, there's pollen. That's a little bit different. Obviously, that's not like threatening or anything like that, but there's tons of pollen. I mean, absurd amounts of pollen. It turns everything yellow. And if you leave your windows open or anything like that, it comes in your house, turns everything yellow, or maybe not necessarily yellow, but it makes everything look dusty. So the pollen's another big thing there. You might wake up one morning and outside it's just everything's yellow. And then when it rains, because it rains a lot about the same time, a lot of pollen's out, it all sort of gets washed away and leaves these weird yellow stains in places, or like anywhere on your car where there's places for the water to pool, it will have like yellow. And depending how hard it rains, obviously, if it's one of those downpours, there's not going to be any. Other than that, the temperature itself seems to be fluctuating decently. I'd say there's probably like a 20-degree fluctuation since I've been here in the springtime. I'm sure that it's not that much all the time, but over the summer, I know it gets hot here. The humidity is definitely high here, especially after it rains. You could feel that heat with that extreme rain humidity, and then you walk outside and you're just sweating instantly. So that's good to know as well, coming from the dry place like Los Angeles. But besides that, the weather itself, I mean, I like the variety. There's cloudy days, sunny days, stormy days. Now the tornadoes is a little bit much. Not a huge fan of that. The pollen's also annoying. Personally, I don't have allergies against it, but other people definitely do. And I don't like how it makes everything dirty. But the temperature itself has been pretty great. It hasn't been hitting super highs yet. I know in Los Angeles, we often hit some pretty intense peaks. I think when I was over there for work last week, we hit over 90. It was like 95 or something. So we're already getting there, and it was brutally hot. But out here we haven't hit that yet, and it does get cool. But I also would say it doesn't have as intense of a drop at night, it seems. Only if a storm, a cold front or something rolls in, but the temperature itself doesn't drop extremely like the desert does out in Los Angeles. So yeah, that's overall just an opinion and basically an understanding of what the weather seems to be like since I've been out here. Once again, this is Trevor Daw with Daw Properties. I am a real estate agent and also a custom home builder out here. If you have any questions about moving into the area, if you plan on moving out here and you want some help finding a home, or if you just have questions about real estate in general, just let me know. Leave a comment below, message me on Instagram, something like that. Please like, subscribe, and most of all, share if you think somebody would be interested in knowing more about Atlanta. And yeah, just let me know if you have any other videos you want me to make.